Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a flip through of my setup for my 2020 and 2021 school year. So forgive me if there are a lot of cuts in this video. I'm actually talking to the video and not doing a voiceover, and I also have the hiccups at the same time. So as you can see by this bookmark, I got the Archer and Olive bullet journal, and although there's no label signifying, I got the 160 page 160 GSM dotted notebook, and also has this cute little pen holder which I haven't used yet because I'm kind of scared to expand it, but I'm actually super excited to use it when I start using my Muji pens. And before I continue showing you my bullet journal, I'm going to show you all the supplies that I used. Here are all the pens that I used to set it up. All these supplies were pretty inexpensive. First, we have this Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen, and this is with the brush nib. Next, I have this Staedtler, I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, pigment liner in the 0.5 size. I think that this size is pretty perfect. Next, I have this Jelly Roll 08. I believe this size is called medium, and this is the pen that I used to write over the black writing. So next we have the Zebra Sarasa Clip pen in 0.5 millimeter. So instead of actually using the ink that comes with the pen, I put in a Pentel Energel refill, and it works amazingly. This is the Pentel Twist Erase GT pencil with 0.5 lead. I like having thinner lead because if the pencil lines do ghost after erasing, they're very minimal. And next, as you can see, I just used a simple ruler. The second to last item that I used for my setup are just these washi tapes, pretty self-explanatory. I got them from Stationery Pal. And lastly, I used stamps. So because I started doing calligraphy pretty recently, I knew that I would probably start to dislike my calligraphy that I did now later on. So I figured that using stamps would be a good alternative so that I wouldn't start hating my calligraphy and resent the beginning of this journal. So now let's get started with the flip through. So when you open the journal up, it has a little starter page, and I covered up my name just for privacy reasons, and it also has my phone number. I'm gonna try to keep it there. So this is the first page, and as you know, these first pages always kind of come up, oops, and they're a little raised, so I figured I could just combat it by not really using it at all. And then here are my next pages. So here I have a grid spacing sheet. It's definitely not my favorite sheet in the flip through, but it has served me well, so I will give it that. And this was also my first time using the stamps. I didn't really practice, so I'm sure you can probably tell. And here's my 2020, 2021, like just kind of cover page, I guess, for the whole notebook. This one is also not one of my favorites. I think it looks just a little streaky, and as you can see, I also had to use whiteout. It's definitely not that noticeable in person, but overall, I like kind of the boldness of it. And I may print out numbers and glue them in if I really end up hating this even more than I already do. So next we have my future log. This is actually super helpful. I didn't even expect it to be helpful at all, but I have already used it and I haven't even started the school year yet. And I also used some washi tape up here just to give it a little more pizzazz. And I like how I did the lines out here, and as you can see, I kind of continued the theme throughout. Then I have this page of things to check out. This was inspired by Amanda Rach Lee, as you are probably aware, but I oftentimes find myself putting different shows or movies or any form of media really in my notes app, and then when I go back to look at it in my notes app, I like don't even remember why I put it there. So I thought that just having it categorized here would definitely be helpful, and I haven't started using it yet because I want to wait till the school year starts, but I'm sure I will be using this a lot. Next, we have my master schedule and timetable pages. So I actually haven't gotten my schedule yet, even though it's almost September, which means school is about to start. So I'm a little nervous about that, but I do have 8 classes, and our school sets it up by A and B days, and so we just alternate. So this would be my A day section, and here would be my B day section. And then here I'll put the class name with the teacher's email, what semester it's in, because we do a system where it's like 4 classes one semester and 4 classes the next, which honestly I think is super weird. But it's because of coronavirus, so it's definitely not always like that. And then at the bottom section, I'm just gonna put what room number it's in because I'm sure I would lose it otherwise. And then although the timetable might just kind of seem redundant because I have the schedule right here, our school is actually starting and ending at a later time this year. So I think it'll be helpful to have the times of the classes written down. Next we have my syllabus info page. Again, because I haven't even got my schedule yet, I haven't had a chance to actually see the syllabi that I'm going to receive. But I have 8 boxes for each class, and I plan on just putting important information from each class, like, again, the teacher's email, and then information regarding, like, the test weight and stuff. So, for example, if we have 2 tests every quarter, and each test is like 20% of our grade. Not really sure how that works, but I think it'll be useful to put down. And then I think I'll also just put stuff like if late work is accepted or not. Then next we have my academic goals page. So I actually put 3 sections to maybe just make my goals a little more identifiable. So I have a grade, presidential, and exam section. So grades is kind of obvious, like keep a 4.0, don't get any B's, whatever. Presidential is because I'm the president of my class this year. So I think it will be important to kind of set goals and be able to accomplish them throughout the year. And then exams is more so for like the SAT and just different tests that I'm taking throughout the year. And then here's my grade log, which I don't think I've ever actually seen done before, but I think it'll be a useful identifier in kind of how my year is going. So because, like I said, I have 8 classes, I'm just going to put each like class title in this little box, and then I'll put the number that I got for the month in the bigger section of the box. And I'm still, of course, not sure what classes I have, so I can't fill them in yet, but I think it'll just be a super helpful spread. And this page is obviously very plain because I haven't started the year yet, therefore I haven't had time to start filling up the page. But here's video ideas and spread ideas, and a lot of the times I like doing collabs with other bullet journalers on my Instagram. So it's cool to have spread ideas ready to go when anyone suggests doing a collab. And video ideas is, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Then here we have a section that I've already actually filled out. And this is for One of Us is Lying. So that was my summer reading book. And we weren't required to take notes or anything, but I figured it would be useful since I read it way before school started. So if I ever forget anything about the book, I can just refer back to around what chapter or something may have happened, and then I can just read about it. So I have a couple pages of notes, and then here are my final thoughts on the book, and if I liked it or not. And that is it. So here I'll be putting my September cover page. But yeah, that's it. So here's just a little flip through again. And overall, I really enjoy this bullet journal, but trust me when I say it was so stressful to fill out because it is an Archer and Olive, which is a super high quality notebook. But overall, I really like it, and yeah, I hope you guys did too. And if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'm super excited to see you in the next video. Bye!